I'm not a fan of the bike lanes. I think we can do a better job of trying to connect the metro parks with the lake. On Lorraine Avenue, it goes buffer, bike lane, then through lane, traffic lane. I believe the city should look at that again to see if that's the best use of street.
You're saying it's buffered, in other words, there is or will be a physical barrier?
No, just a lane, just lines, yeah.
Just lines, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think, there should be a bike lane at all, or should it be?
I'm not a fan of the bike lanes.
Not any kind of bike lane?
No, and as a matter of fact, when we go to redo 130th next year, I'm sure that'll be a hot topic, bike lanes on 130th. But it's also part of the city's initiative. You know, they want their streets initiative. You know, they want it to be easier transportation for for those who don't have cars.
How do you propose bicycles get around the city then? Just navigate the roads as they are, or
Either that or sidewalk.
Is it legal to ride a bike on a sidewalk in the city?
I think it depends on who you ask. I don't know for sure. And I've asked that, and nobody has come up with an exact definitive answer yet. So I don't even know if anybody knows.
So if you're,
Why are you opposed? I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't say I was opposed. I said I'm no fan of.
Why are you not a fan of bike?
Safety issues. I believe Lorraine Avenue, for an example, is unsafe for bike travel.
But wouldn't it be more unsafe if there are no bike lanes? If they're just kind of forced to navigate?
It depends on this whole thing. Can they ride in the sidewalk or not?
Well, assuming they can't, because I was under the assumption that they can't.
Right.
So isn't it less safe if there are no bike lanes? And if safety is the reason why you don't like the bike lanes, kind of comes unraveled, what you're saying.
Right, but certain streets, you got semis trucking down Lorraine Avenue. Let's look and find out first if it's illegal. But is that bicyclist safer on the street, or is he safer on the sidewalk? You've got 35 miles an hour semi hauling down the street. Who's going to win that head on?
Would you then consider, if it's illegal to ride on the sidewalk, would you propose legislation to make that legal so that bicyclists aren't sharing the road with a semi?
Assuming that it's illegal?
I'm pretty sure it's illegal, but I don't,
Sure, I would
because
definitely look
sure
into it.
suddenly
I mean, it's. I understand the concept of it. I understand wanting to connect the metro parks with the lake, but there's also got to be a safety.
But it's more than connecting metro parks with the lake. It's
Right.
providing commuting routes into downtown.
They're just
coming across
getting
the
ready to do
bridges.
25th to 65th on Lorraine, and putting bike lanes there. So it's not just specific to Ward 16 either. It's an initiative that's going on throughout the whole city.
How close does your ward come up to Ohio City and Tremont, that area? Are you
5 miles.
that far away?
Yeah.
Does the proposed red line, go through your ward at all? The one that's going to hook up across the bridge on the RTA, across the river on the RTA bridge? Does that cross your district?
I
at
don't
all?
think it does. No.
Mr. Ritter, any thoughts on bikes?
Surprisingly enough, Brian and I do agree on some things. I don't think it's in the best interest, and I think it's very dangerous.
What, bike lanes?
Yeah. I've witnessed on Puritas Avenue, guy almost got killed. And I'll tell you what happens. You get into rush hour, and you have the cars in one lane. There's not that many people that are using the bike lanes. So what happens is they're used to swinging out into the right lane, which is the bike lane, and passing somebody. I saw a guy almost get taken out. The other issue, besides the safety, is that was on Puritas. The other issue is I believe we're supposed to serve the majority. We just don't have much bike traffic. Now, will that grow in the future? I don't know. We're going to find out. But if I've got 5 bicycles and I got cars sitting in gridlock, I don't think that makes sense. And I can tell you the residents of our ward do not want them. They do not want them. The biggest thing going on right now is the bike lobby.